the traffic, and you know about the crime. People hurting people just for a dime. I want to go to my happier place. I need to go to a happier place with the rat race behind me. Oh, I love you, baby. We used to laugh and sing, but now when I look at you, I want to run away. I want to go to my happier place. I need to go to a happier place with the heartaches behind me. We used to stand for freedom. We used to ring a bell. But now we've lost our liberties and our country's went to hell. I want to go to my happier place. I need to go to a happier place with the freedoms around me. I want to go to my happier place. I need to go to a happier place with the freedoms around me. With the freedoms around me. Take me to my happy place.
The first person I'd like to focus on is Jacques. He's the fellow in the karate costume. Did you notice that I had, when you see him in the opening credits, I had gunfire as a sound effect when the camera went by his MPEG that he sent to me. Well, by the way, Ginto, you're the one who sent me the MPEG. I really appreciate you sending Jacques' MPEG to me. Anyway, he has a very interesting YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. It's hard to describe. Jacques probably one of the most original YouTubers there are out there. And when you watch his channel, or you watch his stuff, you got to take it as a whole. He never does anything the same way twice. He takes chances, and he's very innovative, and he has quite a sizable fan base, very loyal fans. I wish I had all the fans that Jacques has. We all have subscribers, but he has true fans, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, everybody I'm focusing on is like that. They all have fans. They don't have just subscribers. They have actual fans. I'm very jealous of that. But anyway, one thing I would like to say, Jacques, I was looking at that MPEG that, I think they're called MPEGs, that your assistant Ginto sent, and I couldn't help but notice that you're only a green belt. At least in that picture, you're only a green belt. You know, no offense, Jacques. No offense. I mean, absolutely no offense. But I would have thought that a great detective of your caliber would at least be a black belt many times over. I don't know anything about martial arts. I know how to. If I get into trouble, if I get in a fight, I know how to fake an epileptic fit. Like that gets you out of a lot of trouble sometimes. So I don't know anything about karate, but correct me if I'm wrong. A green belt isn't considered a very, it's not considered an expert, is it, Jacques? I mean no offense, but you kind of project this aura of being an expert, in practically everything that you do. I'm not saying you're conceited or anything. Don't get me wrong. I just, green belt. The next person I would like to focus on, and I would like to encourage people to check out his stuff, is Bill Leonard. Now, he's the guy who does my intro music. He's a very gracious and generous man, and he's a good singer. You can tell. I mean, you can tell. I mean, I love that song he does. I know I say so. I'm very grateful to Bill for trying to be so helpful. And he's always commenting on my stuff. I like that. I like it when people comment on my stuff, ladies and gentlemen. And Jacques occasionally does too, and so does Ginto. And Bill has graciously given me access to almost his entire musical library. And that brings me to the next guy, and that's JC6154. That's Jerry. Now, Jerry, I don't know his last name, but he's also a terrific country singer, and he's a very sincere, I would say a good moral human being. You can tell when you visit his channel that he's a very sincere person, and he cares for people, and he's a really heck of a nice guy. He's a good-looking guy too. You notice from that photograph. Oh, by the way, on these images that I'm using, I hope you guys will forgive me. I figured out a way to capture images, and I know in my previous video I said I don't know how to do that. I sort of know how to do it now, in my own unique way. And I apologize on Bill, Jerry, and the rest of the people, except for Jacques. Jacques sent, or had his assistant send his image to me. So that was no surprise for Jacques. But the rest of you seeing this, if you're watching this, you might be saying, hey, how did Jim do that? I thought he didn't know how to do that. Except for the other guy who, at the end, who I haven't gotten to yet, he won't even know what I'm talking about. But Jerry, Bill, Helen, which I'm coming to, I took some liberties. I hope you won't mind. I kind of borrowed images from your channels just so I could show people something about you. On Bill, I borrowed your face. Hope you forgive me for doing that. Jerry, again, I got a great shot of you. Handsome man you are, Jerry. By the way, I would like, when I say that, I'm saying that in an impartial way. I guess I'm going to have to come out and tell the truth, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to have to come out of the closet publicly on YouTube. I don't know how to say this. I know it's going to come as a big surprise to most people who know me. I am a heterosexual. I have been a heterosexual all my life. And in fact, even as a small child, I knew I was a heterosexual. And so when I say something like Jerry's a handsome man, that's strictly I'm saying that in a completely platonic way, and so I don't want Jerry to feel uncomfortable, make him think I'm making a play for him. So my heart belongs to Bridget Fonda, or did before she got married to Danny Elfman. I will not speak of Danny Elfman on this show. Anyway, nothing against the man. He just broke my heart when he married Bridget, but that's beside the point. Anyway, well, Bridget broke my heart when she married him, I should say, not the other way. Getting a little mixed up here. Anyway, moving on. Helen Keller, or I Am Helen, is my next person. Now you notice that I'm showing what appears to be a very ornate conch shell. I don't know exactly what kind of snail or sea snail or whatever it was that produced that beautiful shell. But that's an image taken, and again, Helen, I hope you'll forgive me. I borrowed that image, I hope it's okay with you, from your wonderful upload that you did several weeks ago, and it's getting I don't know, hundreds of views, maybe thousands of views, and I think when I looked at it, there were 55 likes on it. You know, the up thumb likes. I love it when people do that for me, but I don't get that many. But I cherish every one of those. And Helen did this beautiful montage of seashells, and that was one of the seashells. That's probably the most ornate looking one. And so I wanted to let people know about that. If they want to see that beautiful montage, go to her channel. And her channel is I Am Helen Keller. By the way, the channel, mostly on the channel, is a what's the word I'm looking for? A tribute to the original Helen Keller, who could not hear and she could not see. She learned how to speak, but she had difficulty making herself understood. And she, anyway, everybody who's ever, heard about the movie The Miracle Worker knows who Helen Keller is. And I Am Helen Keller. Helen, her name is Helen too. She's, has a little tribute page to her, and which is quite inspiring, ladies and gentlemen. The seashell upload is not about Helen Keller, but most of the other uploads on her channel are.
I want to go to my happier place. I need to go to a happier place with the freedoms around me. With the freedoms around me. Take me to my happy place.